Yo, Novatos, thanks again for tuning into yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again. San Jose, California. We are dealing with the crazy market right now. Man, it is tough out there to kind of predict what these bikes are going for. So I just wanted to talk about, California markups. And, some of you guys are getting good deals, but here in California, we have to, we have to abide different rules. We have different rules out here in California. We can't go out of state and buy a vehicle and register it in California. We can't do that. So, we are pretty much screwed over here. There's only a handful of dealerships that are only doing, that aren't doing markups and fees and all this other stuff. But then again, like I mentioned in another video, they don't have a say in what they're going to get. They don't have a say of getting more lowrider STs or more lowrider S's. They can't, ask for a specific amount of bikes. Harley-Davidson will ship out whatever they want to these dealerships. Same thing with the El Diablo ST. You guys always recommended Laidlaw's dealership or Laidlaw, for people to go purchase their bikes there, and they just don't have the supply. I was just at my local dealership and they don't really have a good selection of bikes, and that's just mainly because of the shortages and the supplies, the chips, everything. We're still dealing with this. It was predicted that we're going to be dealing with this until 2023. So maybe after 2023 we might see the market kind of normalize, and we might see the markups go away. But in California, I just don't think that's the case. And that's mainly because we can't buy out of state. The only way you could buy out of state is if you buy used. So it has to have at least 7,500 miles on the bike before you can register it here. Another way for you to register a vehicle out of state in California is if you were to move. So you would have to show proof of residency outside of California for at least 1 year. So you have to show proof of registration, proof of residency outside of California for at least 1 year before you come over here. That's the only way for you to register a vehicle outside of California to here. So, but the reason for it is, taxes. All right. So that's one of the big reasons. And another big reason, of course, California needs to make their money so they can keep on funding these bad policies and these bad programs. And then they also, it's also CARB, California Air Resources Board. That's another one. So if you guys don't know, the Harleys that are sold here in California have a little canister. It's underneath the swing arm. So supposedly that's supposed to be a little bit more, better for the environment. So those are the two main reasons. But I believe the taxes is probably the biggest one. And then of course you have the registration fees every year. I believe you're paying, or I'm paying about $270 a year for my tags. So if you have a vehicle registered out of state, that means California's losing out on $270 annually for those tags. So anyways, getting back on why are we paying so much in markup here in California? Why is markup so common here in California? And it's just that, we're limited to the market. You guys outside of California can go anywhere. You guys could go up north. Somebody in the Facebook group or someone in my Instagram mentioned that they have people coming from Florida all the way up to the north part of the country to buy these El Diablos, these limited icon, limited run edition bikes. So it's just, they're looking for the better deal, and people are willing to drive up to north of the country to save themselves $4,000 to $6,000 to $8,000 to $10,000. You guys know NorCal. He's out here in Santa Cruz. He's close by. He's about maybe 20-30 minutes away from San Jose, and he went all the way down to Laidlaw's to pick up his lowrider S. So it's just one of those things. You drive down there for 5 hours. You ride the bike back up here, to NorCal. Another 5 hours. That's 10 hours, and you could potentially save yourself maybe $5,000 to $6,000, depending on what your local dealers are doing. I paid over MSRP. I tried negotiating that stuff. You guys already know the story. I'm not going to get into it. So anyways, just wanted to get into this. This was posted 5 months ago on Reddit. Just, reading a few comments here. Of course, like I said, the market is just so jacked up right now. It's hard to kind of say what to kind of expect. I get messages on my Instagram a lot I know how much, you know, you guys are typically paying in California for the Road Glide ST. A lot of you guys are paying about $40,000. There's only been maybe one person that I've seen pay under $36,000 out the door. So yeah, I mean, there's surcharges, there's markups, there's a lot of things going on. And I mean, like I said, it's just the shortages. And then Harley shut down for about 2 weeks. They shut down production. So I mean, the market is really bad right now. So yeah, I mean, everybody's paying a surcharge. And I just wanted to say that, you know, all the dealerships are doing it. Some of the other dealerships, let me just show you guys this one for a Jeep. You know, these vehicles right here. Just want to show you, it's a lot worse with the auto industry, with the automobiles. You can see that people are paying $10,000 over MSRP, and this is basically separated or ranked by states. California right here is 26% above MSRP, so you're paying almost $9,000 over MSRP for this. What is this? A Jeep Wrangler, which is one of the ugliest cars out there. And then of course you have a Ford Bronco that's $10,000 over MSRP. Look at this one right here, Cadillac CT4V, Florida, $16,000 over MSRP. That's probably the highest. Oh, here's another high one right here in Kentucky, a Corvette, $16,000 over MSRP. So like I said, it's just not Harley-Davidson. Everybody's doing it, but the reason why this is just so much higher in the auto industry is just basically because it's a necessity. Motorcycles, you know, they're not a necessity. They're not. So not here in California. I mean, not here in the United States. In other parts of the world, yes, it is a necessity. That's their major, you know, format or way of transportation is on two wheels. But here in California, motorcycles, they're not a necessity. So it's more of a leisure activity. It's you know along those lines. So it's more of a hobby. So that's the only reason why we don't see numbers like that, except for this fella right here. He mentioned that they were asking him to pay $8,000 over MSRP. So here in my area, NorCal, the last couple months, it's been about, I'd say, it's been about $5,000 to $6,000 over MSRP. So this is the market value price that I've been telling you guys about for, you know, in all my videos. It's just tough to kind of, you know, predict, like I said. So here we have another one that says 5,000. I know there was somebody here that mentioned that they were looking at 8,000. Oh, here it is right here. So this is for a 2022 Lowrider S, $8,000 over MSRP. So I mean, it is what it is, guys. There's people that are willing to pay for this. I've seen it in the Facebook group. Sales guys in the Facebook group have mentioned that they've been able to sell the Lowrider ST for about $34,000. People are just paying it. So I mean, it's just the market, the supplies. A lot of people, I mean, it's the hype. A lot of people want these bikes, and you know, it's a good looking bike. So, and they're rare, but like I mentioned, they're gonna be producing these bikes for the next couple of years. So there's no urgency to go out there and pay $8,000 over MSRP. And everybody in the Facebook group always mentions, you know what, do not pay these markups. Don't avoid it. Like I said, this was 5 months ago. All right, you know, typically it's about that much, and I'm pretty sure most of these are going to be here in California. And another reason why the markup is a lot more here in California, and that's just because the weather. We could ride year round. I've already mentioned this in another video where people are out, you know, north part of the world, or north of part of the country. People can't ride year round, and there's really no, you know, reason for you to finance a bike, pay over MSRP, and then only ride it for about 6 months out of the year. So just you know, just wanted to share that video. Just wanted to share what's going on and how come we can't buy outside of California. We're pretty much forced to buy you know, these bikes with MSRP, and that's just because of California's rules. We can't we can't go outside, because believe me, if we could, we would. You know, if we could go out of state and save ourselves $5,000 or even $8,000, I mean, we should be doing that, because it's worth it. I mean, even our time and it's just mainly our time to go out of state, ride the bike back or whatever. Anyways, thanks for, you know, watching yet another video. Just wanted to just share that with you guys in case you're out there and you're looking at buying one of these, or if you're looking at the used market. There's some really good deals out there. You just have to keep on looking. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. I don't know if Craigslist is still doing the bike sales, but I believe there's Wish. There's a few different markets out there for you to look for. There's also Cycle Trader. They also have private listings. You could use them, or you could also use the Harley-Davidson. They have a new used market website out there. You can see the inventory for every dealership, which is pretty neat. But keep in mind, if you're buying from the dealership, there's going to be the markups. There's going to be the prep fee. There's going to be a lot of those fees. A lot of the fees that you get with the new bike, they're going to have them on the used bike. So I was just at my local dealership, and they were asking, $24,000 for, I don't know. I'd say it's an old twin cam. I think it was a Road King, maybe I don't know, what was it? I think it was like a 2016, I know it's a twin cam Road King, and yeah, they were asking for about $24,000. So, and I don't even think that included the out the door price. I think that was the market value price. So you guys just stay out there, stay safe, don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.